This is them uncoupling the caboose here at the Durbin Valley Railroad here. I'm going to be filming the trip back to Durbin, so yeah. That did not sound good, neither did that. Maybe it's on a slug. Dang bugs. Now let's watch this. Now let's just watch this. Yeah, y'all might want to wave to us.
Slack action!
I was yelling slack twice when he backed up.
I heard you. Sarah, he's gonna want to open this side up, so you're gonna have to come over here.
Oh, thanks. Sorry.
Actually, wait. I thought he was gonna. I'm thinking he would want to open up on this side and get on this caboose. Considering he's gonna have to uncouple this one.
Well, he might be. Well, he'd probably be setting that up too. I don't know what brake he's gonna use. He might.
Well, we'll find out.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna set that brake if you want to watch him do that. Basically spinning the tire. See it? The shoes on? No. Hear the brake squeaking? That's going to keep us in space. We're not going anywhere.
They're not.
No slack action.
Good.
Oh, you'll see. You'll hear some slack action soon enough.
But not on our track. Not on this side.
We'll see.
Come on out. I want to come up the roof first.
Don't. That's not going to be a good idea. I'll say this. I have a YouTube channel.
A what channel?
A YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's it called?
Railroad Preserver 2000.
Railroad Preserver 2000.
Girls remember.
When we get to a signal again tomorrow, we'll look you up.
All right. Who knows? You might find yourselves in one of my videos.
Oh boy.
Maybe.
Do I get royalties?
No royalties. Yes. We had some guy the other day in Castle and know did he sell them? And they said no, he just does it for fun. I said, you can go
I think of, you know, I like filming as sort of a hobby. I mean, maybe when I'm older, sure, I might.
Okay.
Uncoupling the brake lines.
Get dirty too.
They're going to budge.
There you go.
Sierra, excuse me. I'm sorry. Don't get shoes on. You can put them there.
Y'all are going to want to watch this. He's going to uncouple the car.
There are two sofa beds, or sofa beds and bunks.
There's a futon over here, and then there's two sofa beds
What's
on top there.
Oh, okay, good. I was just curious to see how they had laid it out. And it has its own bathroom.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah.
It's got a shower on this side and a
Okay,
toilet on
okay.
this side.
It's in your own tiny house.
That's
Yes.
right.
That's it.
You live here?
Oh, I thought you were going to uncouple it from this end. Okay. You might want to hang on to
At least a 3-step protection. East, clear switch.
I want to watch this.
And release 3 steps and clear the switch.
Hold on to something.
Dad, hold on a second.
Why? We're not going anywhere.
You're stuck here.
Then you're stuck there.
We get to move.
If we move, then we're going to problems.
They're moving.
Because this car is not going anywhere right now.
I'm holding it just in case. They're going. Whoa.
There you go.
Bye. Have fun.
Au revoir, my friends.
Arrivederci. Sayonara.
Goodbye.
Go dogs.
UGA.
Wonders.
What fun.
East to west.
There you go.
Just in time.
Yeah, bottom just fell out. Back in 3, 2.
There you go.
I might just film the way from the back view.
You like trains, huh?
Yes, sir. I've been obsessed with them since I was 2.
Nothing wrong with that.
Of course, it was a film my grandmother got me in 2003 about the White Pass and Yukon route up in Skagway. They got
So
basically made
she's
it.
the one that
Yeah.
got you started.
Well, I mean, the film turned my interest into the trains into one obsession.
Right.
I went, and of course, after waiting for 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 10. I've waited like what, 13 years. I finally got to go to the railroad itself.
Oh, you went to that one, huh?
Yes, sir.
Did you like it? Loved it.
Yes, I loved it. I mean, it was sort of like a dream for me. I never thought I'd ever get to see it. Glad I got to. And you know, before 2015, I had no idea this railroad or the one in Cass even existed.
Nice little railroad.
Yeah.
So you're steam for that, huh? You don't care too much about the diesels?
Well, I like all trains. Steam, diesel, electric, modern, vintage. I know the Cass has 2 B&O diesels right now in the shops.
Yeah.
One of them's in the shop, the other's out on the siding awaiting restoration.
Did you go there this past week and see them? The train, yeah, the diesel.
Nah, we were only going to Cass. So this is former CNO trackers, isn't it?
Yep. And then actually up there in town in Durbin, did you see that 44-ton switch engine up there?
Yeah, Cass has one too.
Yeah. That's the Western Maryland line. That's where the Western Maryland line, the CNO, has a junction right there.
Of course, apparently the Western Maryland was the first to fall.
Yeah.
Then CNO and the B&O, of course, merged to become Chessie System, and then they merged with Seaboard, which became CSX. I hate it though. Why the CNO didn't keep the connection to Cass in operation is beyond me. But it really saved a lot of people a lot of a nightmarish drive if they could go by train, because they did do that at one point.
Yeah, well, they're talking about hopefully one day they'll be able to. Well, we're in the process of connecting the line back into Cass, this line. We got about another 5.5 miles to go.
Now, I mean, is it coming? I was thinking y'all would have been starting the reconnection at the depot. Are you connecting it from somewhere else?
Yeah, well, right here where we dropped that first caboose off down there at the end of the line, that's where the section that's washed out. And then from Cass to that point is about 10 miles.
So essentially, y'all are going to be looping around the side of the mountain and then joining back up with the section that's at the riverside.
Right.
Yeah,
right there, the water tank in Cass.
Yeah, the Durbin line starts, and I mean,
Yeah,
they've run a train on it. There's a guy who has a YouTube channel where he actually mounted a camera, probably similar to this one, on the front of one of the engines, so he could film the train going up the Durbin line.
Yeah, I'm in there. I work a lot of track too, so we're still working on it. But
if you had to estimate, how long do you guys think it will take until the track gets disconnected? Because
they want it done by next fall.
So either by that point or 2018.
By 2018.
I don't know why they do that slag action. Is that just because of varying conditions in the track?
Yeah. Well, the engineers. I think this is only the second time running this year on this engine.
Well, then again, apparently this railroad's only steam locomotive was the Climax, and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have as much power as the Heisler.
No. It's a nice little engine, though.
This is the first time I've ever actually seen the Heisler running. I never got to see it running in Cass. I saw it under steam and on the side track, but never running.
You'll have to get up there.
What are those bugs there? That one there.
Called mayflies.
Oh.
You'll have to get up there and tape it inside the Heisler there with the camera. They'll let you do that.
I don't think they would let me.
Oh yeah, they'll let you climb up there and look around.
Well, I only plan on filming the trip back. I noticed some of the cars though. I mean, they look like they needed a lot of restoration.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, the mail car has a hole in it.
Yeah, it has a hole in it, it's rust spots.
I mean, I know the Cass has a shop and a back shop.
Yeah.
I
It'll
mean,
be real nice and connected to them. We can take these cars in there and really do a good job restoring them.
Do y'all have plans on having sending y'all's rolling stock to them for restoration?
Oh, yeah.
I noticed there's a heisler on the back side of y'all's shop. Is that one that y'all planned on restoring and it just never happened?
Yeah, that's what the plans were when they first bought it. And then the plans kind of fell out.
Yeah, fell through. Yeah, I can understand that. Are you familiar with the East Broad Top in Pennsylvania?
No, I'm not. Now, our farm is from Kittanning. And he does a lot of model railroad. He went out west to Durbin and Silverton. Rode all those trains out there.
That's one I've been wanting to ride for years. I've only heard about it recently, but to be honest with you, it's the White Pass and Yukon route that essentially sparked my interest. Like I say, that's the one that turned my interest in turns into the obsession it is.
What trip did you do to Bald Knob a couple years ago? Did you go to Bald Knob or Winter?
Both. I did both of the trips back in 2015.
Okay.
Of course, I never got to film the Bald Knob trip on the first time because the battery on my first camera on the camera I was using then died on me at the Oats Run water stop.
Oh no.
I finally got to record it this time, but let me tell you, this camera, as you can see right now, it has a little symbol there. That is where it says video settings, and it allows you to change to actually edit out audio you don't want to see, mainly wind noise with me. I completely forgot to do that for the Bald Knob trip this time. Completely forgot.
You get all that noise in the background?
Yeah, mainly wind noise. You can hear the engine just fine at some points. I mean, the Whitaker trip, you can hear it fine.
Yeah.
But I regret not doing that for Bald Knob now. I mean, I'm glad I got the footage, but I'm not too happy that I was an idiot and forgot to change it so the audio could be captured too.
Yeah, they got Big 6 in the shop now.
I know.
Fixing it up.
Yeah, that's the one that I wrote that took me to Bald Knob. The first time I was here, it was say 5 and 6. 5 took me to Whitaker, 6 took us to Bald Knob. Now it's
2 took you to Bald Knob this year.
and 5 took us to Whitaker this year, so I'm glad it's still running. And they finally got say number 11 in the shops, and it should be operational by this coming month from what they were telling the shop crew were telling
Yeah, they
me.
want to get it out there as soon as they can. We completely reflued it this winter. We reflued the 4 and the 11. And I think we got to do 5 this coming winter. Reflew it. We got our hands full.
I can see why there's so much lag actually caused by the heisler. The engineer isn't really used to running an engine with this much power and the speed. To be honest, it'd be nice if they could have. Maybe you could ask the manager to send one of the guys who operated the heisler at Cass over here. Maybe he could.
Well, he's not the usual engineer. We got a fellow, Jim Bennett. He usually engineers it, but he has the day off.
He and Josh both.
Did Frill have the day off?
Yeah, Josh had, the one who got promoted to conductor.
Yeah.
I remember him. Heck, one of my videos helped me remember him.
So he wasn't working today?
When they don't do the Bald Knob trip, from what he told me, he's off for today when they don't do the Bald Knob trip. I'm hoping to see him this Friday if he's back up here this Friday, so I can at least tell him
I think they're running Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now.
Yeah, I'm leaving out Friday.
Are you going to go up there before you leave out?
Yeah, I plan to. I tell you, there's not many logging railroads like Cass left that are even in use for scenic use.
No.
As far as I know, I think it's probably the only one. I mean, was this one railroad here created to save this section of the C&O branch here?
Yeah, it's actually, this is the Greenbrier division of the C&O Railroad. And the mile markers you see, that was just back into the main line. And that's what the main purpose is for logging. It's just not like Cass because it don't have all those switchbacks up the mountain. It's pretty well flat.
I'll say this though, did y'all ever plan on rebuilding at least a portion of the Western Maryland Junction?
Well, actually, that's what their plans were. Once we get this connected back into Cass, hopefully they'll get enough funding where they can start rebuilding the Western Maryland line, where you can go from Durbin to Elkins, Elkins to Cass, Cass to Durbin, and do the big loop.
And basically connect all 6 of the scenic railroads together.
Right. Correct.
That's a genius idea. And to be honest, all of the railroads would benefit from it. I mean, and to be honest, I wish these broadside would have had the same thinking as y'all have, keeping the trains running, even though, you know.
And the thing is, the Western Railroad line, there's a good grade, you know, because it's a bike trail, so it's a good grade. All you have to do is just get the ties in the rail. You wouldn't
Same
have
with
to
the
do much
CNO.
grading.
Same with the Greenbrier Trail. And be honest,
Yeah.
it's just like rail. It's going. It would probably go now from rail. It'd probably now go from being rails to trails to rails in this
Right.
case. And I mean, to be honest, I mean, y'all
They
are
should have never
right.
tore it up, should they?
No, and to be honest, they kept using. They actually still kept running the. They kept running passenger service up the Cass right up until the very end of the service in 1986, from what I was told.
Yeah, after the flood hit, that's when they stopped.
Yeah.
Well, I actually talked to a few guys that were working on the track when the flood actually happened. They said they had to hurry up and leave and get out of there.
That's a shame. You know, I bet you, if they put like a concrete racing wall up alongside the tracks, especially like in here,
Yep.
that would probably have helped prevent at least a lot. It wouldn't have prevented it from being washed out, but it would have kept the road bed in place.
Right.
Would have made the
Well,
job.
that's the thing. I mean, being on the mountainside like that, you got all these little streams coming off
Yeah.
the mountain washed it down too. That didn't help matters any.
Yeah. And I can tell, like, I can see where y'all have dumped rocks to keep this from washing out again, because this is like right beside the river.
Yep. Did you do the shop tour of Cass?
Yes, I did it. I actually did it twice. Because the first time I did it, our train to Winnetka was leaving at 10:30, so I had to be back at that time. Well, I actually was leaving at 11, but I had to be back by 10:30 because that was when they were boarding. So I figured I might as well go in and do the shop tour again when they were not running any trains. And today was the only day I could do it, so I mean, I figured, what the heck, why not? I went in and re-recorded it. I was curious, why was he whistling here? There's not a crossing nearby.
There's a little.
I can tell that gets annoying sometimes.
Yeah. There's a little crossing up there at that little wooden building on the side, just a little pedestrian crossing, I guess we'll use that for.
Out of curiosity, what brought you up here to Durbin?
I was actually raised in Durbin.
Ah,
I was born in North Carolina, then we moved to Durbin whenever I was 5. Well, my dad's family's always been from around here, so. Yep.
I guess you could say you just couldn't let the railroad go, I suppose.
No. I actually worked for CSX for a couple of years until they furloughed a lot of the younger guys.
Back when they still had the seaboard equipment still in their use.
Yeah, well, actually, I guess it's been about 2 years ago is when they. Yeah, well, about a year and a half ago.
Oh, well.
They laid me off. So.
Oh, Hunter Harrison.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom of the totem pole, so.
I tell you, why they did that is beyond me. But to be honest, they should have got a better guy for CSX. And you know, if you heard, they're merging with Canadian Pacific or Canadian National.
I've heard that.
Pretty sure you can guess how that's going to go.
Yep.
I'm just going to have to pray it's not like the Penn Central incident.
Probably will be.
Oh, great.
The heisler. I'll be back here in a minute. If you want to go record it, you can. It'll be out there. You can get on that flat car up there and go record it.
Wait a minute. There's a. Where's the water stop at? Is it?
It's right up here.
Oh.
We'll be stopped to get the water for about 10 minutes. Okay. If you guys want to watch us how we do it, you can go in the blue flag car.
How the heck did I not see that? Is it similar to the Cass water stop at Oats Run?
Very similar.
Ah.
We'll be here for about 10 minutes. We're getting water for the steam engine. If you all would like to see how it's done, you're welcome to go to the blue flat car.
Speaking of which.
Oh, hello, sweetie. Say excuse me.
Sorry.
Are you camping out here?
They're doing the water stop.
A No, Lord, no.
No, that's the phrase she
That's the
uses.
phrase I use. He'll just stop and take a look. Lord, no.
Ah, well, everyone's coming to the open air. Oh, hello! Ah, I see how they do it. It's not similar, it's completely different altogether. Talk about instant way to water, you just take a hose from the creek and do it. That's genius. Actually though, it has a filter on the end of it. Yeah, look down there. Let's see if I can catch the suction. Ah, they have a strainer. This is no way at all like the way they do it at Cass. It's completely different.
Yeah, they get it out of a tank, we get it out of the creek.
Yeah.
Well, essentially it comes from the creek.
Yeah, it's a good thing y'all have a strainer though. Wouldn't want to suck up anything that's not supposed to go in the tank.
Well, there's a strainer on there.
Yeah. Now let's just watch this. I know I'm not supposed to probably be standing on the seat, but I want to watch them do that. Here, hang on. You might want to cover your ears because when I do get ready to go, the whistle's going to be loud. Ah, they're using suction from the engine. That's genius. Ah! That's genius. And there's the creek water. Sorry. If you hold the if you have a camera and hold it up like mine, you can catch it. See? Look down there. There's a whirlpool forming. Yeah, look right there. See the whirlpool? There was a whirlpool that formed from in front of the strainer.
Well, let's get the water somewhere else.
Yeah, look, right there, I got a whirlpool forming. So the engine is using the steam and it's creating its own suction to get the water. Excuse me, hi. I know, right, bugs. Excuse me. Here, you're all right. You're all right.
And yeah, we had a small microwave type, and with the refrigerator, and
Telling her about our travels?
yeah, about that.
And you tell me to keep quiet sometimes.
That's right, about Folkestone, and it was fun. It was fun. But this one has the bathroom on one side. It's like a tiny house. Has the bathroom on one side and the shower on the other, and then it's got a futon and 2 sofa beds, she said, and they can let those out. And it has a pool kitchen.
I am convinced that these people with tiny homes have enormous barns.
Where they put all this stuff.
I do not live in a large house. I live in about 1,800 square feet, and there is no room for everything.
Right. Yeah.
And these houses have like 300.
That's it.
Jean, have you ever heard of Jeannie Robertson? She's a humorist and a speaker, but anyway, went to see her not too long ago. She was at Andy's. She was talking about tiny houses. And she said, all these people who want a tiny house so they can see the country and then they park it in their parents' backyard. And that's about right. And keep everything, like one girl wanted it to see if she could do with, something small. And kept all of her shoes in her mother's closet.
Well, see,
Nothing's on.
because my daughter and them were in the home, see, I accumulated stuff that when they changed.
Yes.
But when they retired here about, at our place about 10 years ago, and they moved into a 28 square foot, and I thought, and after all this stuff here, we began to, here, take it back. Yep. My father always did.
Hey, if you like this train ride, you ought to go to take the one over at Cass. It's a lot better
We
than this one.
we came to this one from Cass. We stayed there.
Oh, did you? Did you take the train ride over there?
Yeah, we're staying there until tomorrow when we're
Yeah.
leaving out.
Yeah.
Me and my grandmother and her friend are from Georgia.
Georgia. They're from Ohio, her and her family.
I like the Cass and butter.
Well, I guess, did y'all overhear what I was talking about with this one? I'm like you. Apparently, from what I can tell, they must have done commentary at one point. I guess they stopped that. Hey. Quick question. Do you do YouTube?
No.
I do.
Cool. Keep doing that, I'm sure you'll gain a lot of subscribers and stuff.
I'm already at 80. I didn't expect to get that many.
If you just keep doing it, I'm sure you'll get farther.
Well, I don't plan to get that famous yet, dude. I'm getting back to my favorite position on this train before the stock action almost throws me off. Sorry. If only they had one of those bay window cabooses that allowed you to see out the side, you could see the heisler a bit better.
Yeah.
Considering the train cars are in the way. I tried walking up with this thing just to see if I could see anything. Nope.
Yeah, seriously.
Wah, wah, wah. It'd be funny if I did the hand signal and just you end up taking off. That'd be funny. I doubt he'd live.
Good job.
Huzzah, boys! Huzzah! Yeah, they said the watering stop took 10 minutes. Oh, what? Dude, there's a freaking... I'm able to see the freaking train wheel right now. No joke. Dude, come over here. The thing's graded. There's like... More or less, it's like how you'd see in a mine, essentially, grizzly bars. Yeah, look, right there. Hang the freak on. How old are you? I'm just curious.
I'm 13.
16. I mean, in your opinion, do I sound younger?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I've gotten that a lot, where people have said I sound younger than I actually am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. Hey, it's okay. My sister's shorter than me and looks like she's 12 and she's 18, so...
Well, at least she's prettier.
Can't deny that one.
I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah. Well, and quick question: do you do YouTube a lot?
I watch it.
I have a channel,
What's it called?
Railroad Preserver 2000.
I'll have to check it out.
All right. I mean, if you want to subscribe, you can. I mean, if you don't, that's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't plan on becoming famous overnight, but to be honest with you, I mean, if I ever did get famous, I wouldn't be like most of the celebrities you see who just decide to remain reclusive. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. As long as people don't decide to hate me for it, then I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I mean, if people object, I'll stop.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll definitely check it out.
Alright. What's your name?
Ian.
Nice to meet you, Ian. Name's Donovan.
Nice to meet you, Donovan.
Y'all been to Cass yet? Have y'all been to Cass yet?
Yeah, we were there yesterday.
I've been there since Monday.
Yeah.
How I didn't see y'all on the same one of the trains is beyond me. But then again, I've been filming them coming in and out of the station for almost all day. Of course, today's my last full day there. We're leaving out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see my favorite conductor / brakeman, Josh, because he was off today because the train didn't go to Baldwin. I went to Whitaker.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thank you. By the way, did I mention I'm probably going to upload this video and all the others I filmed to my channel?
Oh, okay.
Cameo! Might as well look at this caboose right quick since I'm here.
Yeah, dark and light. Well, the light is got a lot of steam in it. The dark
Supplies.
cold.
Got your wood stove, so obviously this thing is still used. Because the supplies in here are modern. Number 29 Union Caboose.
Looks like the sun's coming out a little bit. Maybe we will have a fire.
Very little.
Ah.
Not before, and it came up when we left that first car.
Hold on, slack action. Or not. So the guy's getting better at it. That's good.
Get a little smoother, ain't it?
Yeah, he's got the hang of it quick.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give y'all points. That's one way to water a locomotive.
Yeah.
Same concept with Cass though. They use the engines for state.
Yeah, they just have a boiler up there.
Well, you know, I never knew those water tanks were actually old locomotive boilers or boilers from skidders.
Yeah,
I think
they're skidders.
you know, I found out on the White Pass and Yukon route, some of the roadbed actually has locomotives that they use, old steam locomotives that instead of scrapping them, they just dumped them in to make them part of the roadbed.
Really?
Because I actually joked with one of the guys on the train and said, well, at least the irony of this is the very thing that they rode on is now the very thing they're buried on in. Sort of a proper grave, if you ask me.
Sturdy base, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll say this. I noticed all the freight cars y'all have. Is that for when y'all used to do rail fan things with the
Yeah,
climax?
we actually did a couple earlier this year in the beginning of the season.
I'll say this, you know, it'd be neat if y'all could truck some of the freight cars y'all got down to Cass, and if you know, say the railroad of Sayo and Elkins, or the one that connects to Cass, had one of the vintage diesels come over that was C&O painted, they could come in and do a recreated C&O freight train like the ones that would have come through Cass.
Yeah, that would have been good.
I mean, I'd actually like to see that. Of course, it'd be nice if they did it still. From what I heard, they don't do it anymore.
No, they don't do that. They need to, though.
I know. Yeah, going back to what I was saying about the East Broad Top, there were a narrow gauge coal hauling railroad, and essentially the minute it shut down, it was sort of like time stopped for that railroad. Essentially, they never dieselized. None of the engines were retired or scrapped. Because, I mean, it essentially shut down with everything left behind. I mean, it was made into a tourist railroad almost in the same time as Cass.
Okay.
Of course, the lease for the railroad expired in 2012, and unfortunately, that's led. No, they've shut the railroad's been shut down, and it's killing the town that is nearby. And I hate it. You know, if they had have done it like if they took the approach like they took you here, like you know at Cass, and kept the trains running, they could have kept. They'd have enough. They'd be able to keep having money come in to help for the restoration. But from what I hear, they're going to try and open it back up once the new owner's found and the phased sell-off is complete. But
nice if they could.
I know. I literally only found out about the railroad recently, and I'm hoping and praying that they manage to get it back open again.
Do you have any little synchro roads where you live nearby?
there's a railroad museum in Savannah, Georgia that has a steam locomotive, but it's sort of for an 040 tank engine. And it only goes around this old shop complex. I mean, there's railroad museums, but the only scenic railroad that's nearby isn't even in my home state. It's in Bryson City, North Carolina.
Yeah, I was gonna say North Carolina has the closest one.
The Great Smoky Mountains Railroad, headquartered in Bryson City. In 2004 is where I took my first train ride, and I went back for to celebrate my birthday there in 2005, and then I went back the last time was in 2008. Out of curiosity, I just wanted to see if anything had changed there, and I found out their steam locomotive was operating again last year. So I asked my grandmother if we could do it for spring break and for fall break, and she said yeah.
So you were able to go back. That's good.
That's sort of the last trip. I haven't been back since, but I'm glad I got to go back. I'm glad I got to go back to see it one last time.
Grandma sounds like a very nice lady.
She is.
She said you got 2 little sisters. Are they interested in trains?
No, and there's it's not 2 of them. There's more like 3 of them.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
So you're the only boy.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Her husband got to see me before he passed. I was like a year old when he passed. Of course, ironically, his birthday was on 9/11.
Really?
Yeah. Papa B is what we called him. I mean, it was a stroke from what I was told that got him.
Stroke?
Yeah.
But recovered from a stroke. If you survived, maybe.
Yeah, I'm glad he got to at least see me. Because from what everyone's told me, I mean, when I came along, he was just happier than he was at all.
So is that your grandpa?
Would have been, yeah. It's just one person I just wish I could have gotten to know better.
Yeah. You'll get to meet him another day.
Yeah. Hopefully a long way away from now.
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, could you maybe point out where the track got washed out here? Like the section y'all restored?
That section right there, right through there got washed out.
It was the section where I saw like a slight curve and then a sort of more visible curve.
That section got washed out.
Now, was trains, like actual revenue trains running on here before it got washed out and before y'all took over, or was this while y'all were taking over?
No, actually, Cass was still running this line before it got washed out. They were still running passengers up through here.
Now, when it was still a full length, so now when the railroad line was fully intact, I mean, where did the train go? Did it go all the way past Durbin and to any other towns?
Yeah, actually, it went up another 5 miles past Durbin to a little town called Whitburn. It was just another little sawmill town, and that's where it ended right there. And it went and serviced the tannery, which was about 2 miles up above Durbin. And that's about as far as it went, though, and it ended.
So did it go farther before the 80s, or did it go? Or
Yep, that's as far as it went.
And are there plans to make it go back to that original length?
No, Durbin's as far as it'll go. Stop right there. I don't know about any further south. I don't know. I mean, past Cass, I don't know in the future where they want to go towards running that way. Towards the Greenbrier River Trail. I don't know if they want to go that way or not.
Well, they do have some. Well, there's still 2 stretches of track from the old CNO main line that are there. One side is abandoned and completely ripped up. The other side is got stuff. Cars are storing on it. 3 American log cars, and the top one actually is from Europe.
Europe, huh?
Yeah, they're not used though.
Now, where's this at?
Cass.
Cass?
If you go right past the crossing and say the crossing was right here, and you walked back this way, there's a curve.
Where that switch is?
Yeah. They've got 2 diesels, about 1, 2, 3, I think about every 6 or 7 old log cars, one of which is being a skeleton car. They had the frames go on. One of them has a shade boiler on it. The other one has 2 American cars and then a European log car.
Did you walk up that line a little bit to see the cars?
I got permission, yeah. I was hoping to get a chance to walk up the section of track that goes to Durbin where they have some other equipment stored, but the guys were unsure whether or not they had trains or maintenance crews out there working, so I decided against it. Besides, the only way I could probably get permission to walk back there is when they did it if I were on a shop tour, but even then, better to be safe and cautious than not, as I always say.
So you didn't make it to the other end of the switch then?
No. The deadline that I walked on was the part.
Across the bridge, you went across the bridge?
No, not across the bridge. It's the part that's before. It's like I was walking on the piece that's still intact shortly before the Greenbrier Trail starts.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, they wouldn't have to connect the railroad line all the way in its full length. They could at least connect it to say, Marlington if they wanted.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because they rebuilt the depot there. The original one apparently burned.
Yeah, the original one burned. I think they have an old canoe setting down there for Arlington.
Actually, no, they have more than that. When I was there, they had about, I think, 2 or 3 vintage freight cars on display there. One of y'all's high rail trucks.
Yep, right there's where the president of the company lives, right there in that house up on the hill.
Nice.
So anyway, you can get down here to that high road, that old Bronco.
I'll say this, why? Everyone's been telling me he's more into using diesels than steam. Why is that?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Well, no offense though to him at all in any way. Common sense would tell him, steam would attract more visitors.
Right, yeah.
But this railroad is pretty much off the beaten path, and we had a hard time practically finding it. If you could get the word out about it more, people would come to see it.
Yep, a lot more people would come, wouldn't it?
And it also provides the funds needed to rebuild the tracks to Durbin and the Western Maryland route if you wanted to.
Yep.
I'm just curious, I know Cass had the connection to Durbin and has the one to Elkins.
Yep.
But the other 2 or 3 railroads that are here, was there any plans to connect them as well, or are they too far away to even manage?
Well,
like the Chief Mountain Salamander and the Tiger Flyer.
Yeah, that's where the Western Maryland line will connect into from the Durbin, from here, town of Durbin. It will connect to the Salamander and the Tiger Flyer.
Now, is the Tiger one like the dinner train, or is it another train altogether?
Yeah, well, the dinner train's a separate train in the evening. They use the same cars as the Tiger Flyer.
That's a neat sign. I guess you'll have horseback riders on here at some point.
Yeah, our boss, he has horses down here.
How many times did you have to stop the train to let him and his horse go past you?
None so far. They usually stay out in that field over there.
Oh.
Once in a while they'll wander around the track. They don't ever hardly get in the track.
Have y'all found any times that had like a date nail stamped in them?
I haven't found any. Now, some of the other fellas have found some that said like 19, like 17 or something like that. They said, I've never found one.
Did someone seriously?
This is conductor 6, go ahead into 6.
Gotta go.
8.
Oh.
I seen it.
Did someone, I noticed, did someone just seriously put a hammock across the track? Over there.
Over there, you said.
No, back there behind the tracks there. I saw what looked like some kind of hammock thing.
Oh, it's a cattle crossing.
Ah.
Horses, so they don't cross that point. It's actually made out of old flues that came out of the climax.
Oh. Well, that's genius. Where did you see the eagle? I didn't see him. Oh well. Okay, was there plans to connect the train that's called the Potomac Eagle? Because that's all it is. It's located in what?
Romney, I think.
Yeah, Romney. I don't know, would there have been I wonder.
I don't think we can connected wrong. It'd be nice if we could.
I can tell you, it seems like they have a lot more cars, so I guess they have a lot more riders.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Cass got voted third in the poll.
Did they?
Yeah. Now, as well, the track is sort of wavy like that. Is
this is another wash. This is the first washout. Right there here.
Did y'all used to do commentary on this train at one point? Because I can tell I can see speakers along the cars.
Well, they wanted to hook it up. I think they're still kind of in the process of hooking it up. Most of the time, the guy that's engineering, he'll come back here and do the commentating.
Well, then if he's doing the commentary, then who's driving the train?
Well, that's Jim Bennett's usually driving the train, but he has a day off, so they do.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me guess, where the wavy rail is at, that's where the washout happened?
Yeah.
Now is that simply just original rail that they've saved?
Yeah. They saved all the rail.
Wow. I mean, have there been plans to like replace it with stronger rail?
Yeah, I mean, actually, whenever we connect the line back into Cass, I think they do have plans to make it a bigger gauge for, the bigger steam engine.
Yeah, the shades, because I know they plan on running a Southern Railroad steam locomotive on this section of track, 604.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I don't even know if the Southern ever ran any trains here in Virginia, let alone West Virginia.
I don't think they did.
I'm hoping they keep the engine in its Southern livery. That'll be interesting to see. The Southern Railroad in West Virginia. There's a first. Well, then again, of course, Southern didn't operate out of Rock Island, Illinois, and they sent 4501 up there when it was in excursion use. Did someone seriously shoot that yellow sign up?
Yeah, they do that all the time.
Yeah, hillbillies.
Yeah, you can't have anything around here.
Next thing you know, they're probably going to try and steal the train at one point. I'm just kidding. I hope that never happens.
No.
That would be bad. Look out for the Redneck Express.
Well, they can only go so far, though.
Yeah. It's like, warning, Redneck Express coming through. That'd be too funny. Oh my God.
I doubt they know how to start it up and how to throttle it up. They
Diesel maybe.
They wouldn't be able to get to move it.
Diesel maybe.
Maybe a diesel. We've had people ask us where's the key at to start the ignition and stuff like that. Ask if the sand tank's on the back for a diesel tank. All kinds of crazy questions.
Apparently those guys have never been around a steam locomotive before.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of the old telegraph lines are still in place. And if y'all plan on that, I mean, I know for people in Cass, like some of the guys who are running the train at Cass were wondering if they had any plans on connecting the telegraph lines.
I haven't heard anything about the telegraph lines.
Well, they have a telegraph line in there, and I mean, that makes you wonder. It'd be neat, like for reenactment wise.
Yeah, it would.
Hey, this here is the ride to go faster on the way back.
Yeah, it does.
It's already 48 minutes in on my camera's video time. So I mean, were they planning on it to continue it? Now the CNO, were they actually planning on abandoning this rail line before the flood hit, or were they planning on using it?
They had already abandoned it before the flood hit.
But
Cass took over and just ran this part from Cass to Durbin.
But before that, like I guess they had a rail back in case?
Yeah.
One thing I like about this camera, if you look right here, you can see how it brings the color out of everything.
It's a good camera, isn't it?
I know.
It makes good video.
I know. My Samsung one was good too. It had a good audio capture. It didn't have a good light sensor for when it's shooting at night, but if you were shooting something during the daytime and had a good, and it was trying to catch audio, good camera to use.
there used to be a nice swimming hole there, but the bridge equipment caved in. They had to redo it.
Oh.
Now kids can't swim there hardly anymore. There used to be a real deep hole, which is a good thing for the railroad because you don't have all the kids around there jumping off the bridge and
Yeah.
getting hit by the train or something, you know.
So there's the old Western Maryland junction. So was that sign there, the old sign that said where it was, which railroad it was?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm wondering how often that sucker's maintained.
Actually, they put quite a bit of ties in it, like 2 years ago.
Oh.
So we actually used it at the beginning of this year to turn the steam locomotive around to do a freight train.
So I mean, is the track intact for a long way, or is it just?
Like the Western Maryland line there, the Y? No, it's it goes into the Y there. You see these freight cars?
Yeah, I see them. Yeah, old CNO ones too.
And they're not too far beyond that, the line.
And
yeah, it's actually right there at that shop up there. It's Buster's shop, and it ends right there at that road crossing.
Oh. So I mean, is the road bed pretty much clear, or is there trees growing through it that need to be cut down?
No, the road bed's clear. There's no trees growing in it. Maybe one or two falling over or something that they haven't got yet. But
it's essentially a trail?
Yep, it's a trail.
Well, the one, I think in the Greenbrier one is paved. Hang on, didn't they stop at the station?
I don't know why it's stopped.
Oh.
Hang on. Well, he did smoothly that time, didn't he?
Yeah. Now, do y'all just use that diesel there for a switch move? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Wonder what the horn sounds like on that thing.
Like a tugboat.
Cass has one of that type, and they're not using it. I think it's a parts locomotive, to be honest.
Yeah, we use it up there once in a while, just switching things around if it's just one or two cars.
Well, I don't mean that one. There's another blue 44 tonner that's.
Oh, cast?
Yeah.
Yeah, we use that one up cast too. But I don't use it very often.
I hate to say it, the sucker looks like it's abandoned.
Yeah, it does.
And not only that, it's in the deadline that I was talking about, the one that's right before the Greenbrier Trail.
Yeah.
And I don't, to be honest, it looks like it's been kept there for probably since the railroad started out. I'm serious.
It's not looking too good, is it?
And to be honest, I think people have stripped it.
They probably have.
Now, is that this permanent display there, or is that an old reefer?
It's permanent display. There's old parts in there.
I hate to say it looks like there's trees growing through it. Now, what building was that there at one point?
It was actually a hardware store right there, and they cut the lumber and stuff like that in there.
Now, was there more tracks here in the main town, or was there just these three?
Just these three.
Oh. Now, see, there's a platform right here. So did the tracks used to go right beside the platform right here, or?
You know, I'm not too sure about that.
Oh.
It was good talking to you, buddy. You have a nice day.
All in all, the ride back has taken only 53 minutes, beginning to end. And that's it. See y'all later.